this help video, we're going to go ahead and add an FTP connection. So this way you can back up your website files. If this isn't your database, this is only for your website files. In order to do this, go ahead and click on the FTP icon. You're going to be taken to this screen. Now you can see the website name is right here, so you know you're working on the site you want to work on, which in this case would be Coffee Lovers. When you click these icons, a little box will open, giving you a little detail about what to expect and what information you need to put into each of these fields. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start right up here with FTP accounts. Okay, so you'll see it says choose a name for your FTP account that you're backing up. And again, this is a name you can call whatever you want. I typically recommend just putting the domain in here. No HTTP or anything like that, just like that. And the reason I do that is because your host name is going to be the same thing. So now it just makes it easy to copy and paste. So yourdomain.com, no HTTP. Okay, now FTP username, FTP password. Now for these two fields, I'm going to go ahead and take you into the control panel for this website, because there's something here that you need to see to help you set up your backups to be the most efficient backup. So we'll go ahead and go to the website, and if you're running your site on a cPanel server, then all you need to do is at the end of the domain, just put /cPanel. Click enter. Then you're going to log in to your cPanel. Now, if you don't have your username and password, this is something you'll need to contact your web host for. We can't help you with this. So if you don't have your username and password for your domain, cPanel, or control panel, please contact your web host support. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to go ahead and log in. Now remember, we're working on FTP username and FTP password. Now, why is this important? This step that we're doing now, because the way Quirkel works, it works the best if your FTP account has an access all the way to what's called the public_HTML folder. That's where your website files live or reside. Your main FTP will always be that first one. And if you look at the path, you'll see it goes to /home/coffee. Right, so we wanted to go one step further. So how do we change that? We're going to go ahead and create a new FTP user. So scroll back up where it says login. Give it a name right here. Okay, give it a password. Okay, now this is important. You see down here where it says directory. What this is doing is it's automatically giving you your own folder, but we don't want that. So just delete that section. So you're down to just public_HTML, just like you see here, and create FTP account. So now when you scroll down, you'll see login, which is now your FTP username. And then your path goes all the way to public HTML. All right, so now we can fill in FTP username, which will now be this entire name right here. So we'll go ahead and copy that. We'll paste it in there. The FTP password will be the one that you gave when you set this user up. FTP port. Most web hosts use port number 21 as a default. So if that's your port number, you can leave this blank. It'll default to 21. If your web host uses a different FTP port, you'll have to check with them as to which port number it is. Now, how do you know whether or not they use port 21? The easiest thing I can tell you is when you set up your jobs, if you're not getting backups, check your port number. All right, so we're going to go ahead and leave that blank. Site URL. Now you want the whole thing, including the HTTP //. So we'll go ahead and copy this, and then we'll bring it here, but we'll put HTTP //. And the next step is your path. Now, since we know that this FTP user account goes all the way to your public_HTML, we'll go ahead and leave this at just a /. Site support PHP. What this means is if your website uses PHP, or your web host, you know your account supports PHP, go ahead and leave this checked. If not, you'll have to uncheck it. Once you have all your fields filled in, go ahead and click Submit. And we have added your account successfully.